Hey guys, I hope you had a good Thanksgiving. Back to working out. Tryouts are less than 2 weeks away. This is a quick instructional video for how to do, or a couple different options on how to do a single leg deadlift. The single leg deadlift is pretty awesome exercise for strengthening your hamstrings. It also requires a good amount of balance and core stability. So this is again one of those exercises where you're gonna need to focus the entire time on maintaining a tight core, right? You'll notice if you're loose in the core and you go for that single leg deadlift, single leg anything, if you're loose in the core, you're gonna feel yourself wobble around, lean to one side. And what you wanna do is take that half breath in and hold it and make sure that core stays tight the entire time. And that's really gonna help your balance. It's gonna, maintain activation throughout the exercise, which is great for your core. But it's also, when you activate your core, you already are increasing your ability to balance. And this is just one of those exercises that's gonna kind of make it very obvious where you're at with single leg balance and core stability. So a single leg deadlift is just simply focusing on your hip hinge, straight back, chest up, looking forward, right? Without weight, it's gonna look like this, just nice and easy, and then back up, right? We're just going to stay there for all of the reps are going to be done on one leg, and then you'll switch to the other leg. When you add weight to it, it gets a little tougher. So I use kettlebells. You guys can use dumbbells again. There's a lot of different ways we can do this, and you guys can all kind of figure out which way you like to do best. I'm not going to tell you exactly how to do the single leg deadlift. You can do it with two kettlebells or two dumbbells in both hands on one leg. Chest up, hinging at the hip, tight core, right? That's one. You can do it with just the weight on the outside, and that's gonna kind of offload, kind of pull you to one side, so you're gonna have to fight to stay up, to stay balanced. This is kind of the way I like to do them quite a bit. But to start, if you really feel like that's just not even an option, right? If you're putting weight in your hand and you're about to fall over, or it just doesn't feel quite right, the way to learn how to do a single leg deadlift is to put about 60-70% of your weight on your front foot, take your back foot and line it up just behind the heel, right? This is consider it like the very starting position. And from there, you'll take your two dumbbells or two kettlebells, and we got 70% of the weight here, 60% here, tight core, hips are back, right? Our back is gonna be straight the entire time, and we're just gonna bend down and stand up, right? And your hip drive forward, you don't need to exaggerate it and, pump the air, but just hip drive forward. You're keeping that heel off the ground, and then you're just repping it. 2, 3, 4. And so if that seems pretty easy, and that is, we can take that step back a little bit further, right? So we're still 60-70% of your weight is on your front foot, a little bit of pressure here. Same thing, right? Or hinging at the hips, straight back, shoulders are nice and tight. So that's kind of the second variation, a little harder. And then the third variation, before you get to the nice full single leg, so like the step 3 before you could graduate to that, just to be to have a real nice step back, and you're gonna bend and then start your step forward, right? So you'll pull that leg forward, step back nice and far, hip hinge, pull forward. So again, the goal is to get fully on one leg, fully repping this motion here with weights in our hand, with weight in one hand, with that gradient, that start here, 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 is a way you can build up the strength necessary to perform a single leg deadlift. Let me know if you have questions. Let's go. Tryouts are coming. Get in shape.